Peace to the family, was goody. It's your boy back with another episode. I'm the host, Jody Wins. Welcome to the Jody Wins Show. We had a little night in the NBA last night. We're going to get into it. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get it. We're going to start out with some bad news in Milwaukee. Dame Lillard, he got diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis. That's the same shit Wemby got. Dame finna be out for the rest of the season, possibly. He out indefinitely, so there's no timetable. He gonna be on blood thinners. You already know what blood thinners are. They gonna use that to try to flush out the blood clot. You know, blood clots is wicked. You know what I mean? They dangerous. You can die. You know what I mean? You can lose your life over a blood clot. So they trying to handle it with care. You know, shout out to my nigga Dame. You know, that nigga been. I mean, I knew something was up, bro, because he ain't really been the same. You know, these last couple months, he been kind of quiet hooping. I mean, he's still averaging like 25 or something like that. But I'm going to say these last 30 days, he been, I don't know, it just didn't feel the same. It didn't feel like the Dame Dollar that we all know. But shout out to my nigga Dame, you know, get well soon. You know, keeping you in our thoughts and everything. You know, we don't want to see nobody go down. And for sure, we don't want to see nobody lose their life over this. So, you know, shout out to my nigga Dame. You know, send my nigga good energy. I'm here, you know, salute. He got a blood clot in his calf. I think it was in his calf or something like that, his leg. But yeah, shout out my nigga Dame. Hope you get well soon. We had a couple games last night in the league. We're going to get into those. We're going to cover those. So we had Washington go against Philly. Washington won 119-114. The rookie Alex Sarr had 22-7. For the Sixers, that nigga Quentin Grimes, I'm telling y'all, that nigga about to get a bag. He had 22. Yabusele had 21-8. Shout out to both of them. Shout out to my nigga Quentin Grimes, bro. Keep taking advantage of the opportunities that you getting. You know what I mean? He about to for sure get a bag. Shout out to my nigga. We had the Toronto Raptors go against the Brooklyn Nets. Toronto won 118-86. Robinson had 23-12. For the Raptors, for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton had 22-11, double-double, nice little double-double. The Nets shot 41 threes and only made 8 of them. Yo, that's wicked. That's like 18, 19%. Them niggas was going to lose. You already know them niggas was going to lose. Brooklyn ain't, you know what I mean? They ain't really nobody. Free my nigga Cam Thomas, free Cam Johnson. You know what I mean? They got to get them niggas up out of there. You know, they wasting their talents. Anyways, though, we had the game of the night. We had the Lakers go against the Indiana Pacers. Lakers won 120-119. Luka had 34, 7 and 7. Austin Reeves put up 24 and 5. For the Pacers, Benedict Mathurin, he had 23 and 5 off the bench. Hallie had 16 points, 18 assists. That nigga was cooking. Miles Turner had 16 and 12. You know, there was a close game. LeBron saved the day for them niggas, even though he didn't have a all-star level game, but I think he had like 11 or 13 or something like that. But he had the game-winning tip, you know what I mean, to put the Lakers above them and win the game. It was right at the buzzer. Shout out to my nigga, the GOAT. I ain't gonna say the GOAT, but y'all know what I'm talking about. With that game-winning tip, it was like 0.2 seconds left remaining. It went in. Shout out to the Bron. But with that game-winning tip, it tied him with Kobe and Joe Johnson for second, the most game-winning buzzer beaters. You know, he's second. He tied with Joe Johnson and Kobe for second. They got 8. They won behind the GOAT. You know, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had 9. So one more and LeBron can tie Jordan. It's crazy that motherfuckers be talking about LeBron ain't clutch when, you know, he won behind Jordan. You know what I mean? I know he played 130 years, but he won behind Jordan. So it's getting kind of tough to keep, you know, Jordan or LeBron, they not the GOAT to me, but it's getting kind of tough to keep Jordan above LeBron. Sometimes I don't understand why people still doing it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, LeBron is number 1 in scoring. LeBron is number 1 in minutes. LeBron is, you know, he top 5 in rebounds. He top, you know what I mean? He top everything in every stat, you know what I mean? He played the most minutes in the NBA. He's just wicked. He's still producing at a high level. You know, I get it. You know, Jordan is him. You know, Jordan was great. You know what I mean? The 6 rings, that's what everybody go to. But his accolades, you know, 10 scoring titles, 9 all defensive teams. Like, that nigga was hooping too. I don't have no dog in the fight. Like, both of them is not my goal. If you ask me, one-on-one, KD would drop both of them niggas off at the crib. So, you know, I'm just trying to chill. But, like I said, it's getting kind of tough to keep Jordan above LeBron when LeBron got this historic career, longevity. You know what I mean? He leads statistically in damn near every motherfucking stat, every important stat. LeBron is like top 10, top 5. You know what I mean? So, shout out to my nigga Bron, you know. Like I said, though, one-on-one, KD had dropped both of them niggas off at the crib. So, you know what I mean? Y'all can go with that. But shout out to LeBron, you know. Hopefully he get one more past Jordan, you know what I mean? Shout out to you. We had the Clippers go against the Knicks. Clippers won 126-113. The nigga James Harden had 29, 6, and 6. Kawhi Leonard was there. He was hooping. He put up 20, 27, 10, and 7. Shout out to my nigga Claw. You know, for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns had 34 and 14. OG Anunoby had 28 and 5. Them niggas was hooping. You know, I think the Knicks got the 4th easiest schedule in the remaining of the season, and they done already lost a couple games, you know. But, you know, shout out to my nigga James Harden. You know, that nigga is still nice. You know, everybody want to talk about LeBron still hooping at this point in his career. KD still hooping at this point in his career. Curry still hooping. Y'all niggas can't forget about James. My nigga James is still hooping. James Harden is still hooping. Kawhi Leonard still hooping. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. Kawhi Leonard had 27, 10, and 7. Zubac had 18 and 10. Them niggas Clippers shot 33s and made 16 of them. That's 53%. Them niggas was hitting everything, damn near pretty much. Like I said, Knicks, maybe they, you know, I don't know. They not looking like a championship team. But it don't matter because nobody beating Boston in the East. I don't really care, you know what I mean? Nobody beating Boston if they healthy. And Clippers, you know, Clippers move up to number 6. They number 6 in the standings. They could, you know, I think they could possibly beat Thunder. You know, it's not. I know Thunder cooking. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, Thunder cooking, SGA cooking. But I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Clippers upset Thunder in the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if Clippers beat the Rockets. I wouldn't be surprised if Clippers beat Denver. You know what I mean? Well, I'll kind of be surprised because Joker out here cooking. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't be that much of a surprise because I'll be like, well, they got Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. I wouldn't be surprised if the motherfuckers beat the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like, Clippers they got a squad, you know? So, they got them veterans, and then Norman Powell, he be hooping, you know what I mean? He back. I think he had like 19 yesterday, something like that. But, you know, shout out to the Clippers. We had Denver go against Milwaukee. Denver won 127-117. That nigga Joker, like I said, that nigga Joker had 39, 10, and 10. Wicked. First game back, 39, 10, and 10. That nigga is nice, bro. MPJ put up 23 and 10. Giannis or Dame didn't play, but Lopez tried to hoop. He had 26 and 7. Shout out to Brook Lopez. Joker, man, y'all don't know. I mean, I know it's pretty much SGA. He got it locked for the MVP after what he been on, and Joker been sitting out. But I don't know. Like, if they gave it to Joker, you know, I'll be like, well, that nigga been hooping. You know what I mean? That nigga averaged a triple-double. He winning. You know what I mean? Even though SGA got the number 1 team, you know, they got he led OKC. They the first team this year to get 60 wins. Shout out to OKC. Shout out to SGA. But like I said, Joker been out here on a mission. You know, 39, 10, and 10. Shout out to Denver for getting that dub. We had Boston go against the Phoenix Suns. Boston won 132-102. Smacked them niggas by 30. I'm hot. You know what I mean? I'm hot. Because, you know, my nigga KD. But for Boston, that nigga Porzingis led the way, 30 and 8. 30-8, and then that nigga Jaylen Brown had 24-5. I kind of understand why that nigga Jason Tatum be getting overlooked for MVPs and shit like that, because the nigga sit out, and they got other capable players that can lead. You know what I mean? Like Porzingis had 30-8. You know what I mean? Jaylen Brown had damn near 25. You know what I mean? Derek White can give you 20-25. Drew Holiday can give you 20-25. Even old ass Al Horford can give you 20-25 on any given night. So they got Pritchard, my nigga. They got I think that nigga name is Hauser or whatever. Like they got so many people. So I kind of understand why Jason Tatum be getting overlooked. That nigga's on the squad. That nigga got a dynasty built. You know what I mean? So hopefully they can keep continuing to win rings, because I don't think he gonna get no MVPs no time soon, because even without you, y'all still beating teams by 30. Y'all beat KD, Booker, Bill. You know what I mean? Y'all beat the Suns. They got KD, Booker, and Bill. I smacked them niggas by 30. You know, like I said, shout out to Boston for getting that dub. For the Suns, that nigga KD led the way, 30. He been carrying these niggas, bro. Year 17, he's still carrying these niggas. Carrying Devin Booker, carrying Bradley Beal. You know, my nigga, free my nigga KD or give my nigga some help. But that nigga Bradley Beal got the Suns organization in the chokehold. You know, free my nigga. Free my nigga KD. If y'all can't get rid of Bill, free my nigga KD. We got a couple games tonight. That's all the games from yesterday. We got a couple games for tonight. We got the Spurs going against the Cavs. I got the Cavs winning that game. We got the Mavs against the Magic. I got Orlando winning that game. We got Pacers versus Wizards. Pacers had a close game. I'm gonna go with the Wizards, bro. Like, I'm gonna go with the Wizards. You know, we had the hopefully my nigga Jordan Poole have a night. We had the Hawks versus the Heat. I'm going with the Hawks. My nigga Trae Young. We got Lakers versus Bulls. I'm gonna go with the Bulls, because Lakers been struggling. Even though they won the game yesterday, that game winner, Lakers been struggling. You know, they ain't got no big like that, and Vucevic finna cook them niggas. We got Grizzlies versus the Thunder. I'm gonna go with the Thunder. Even if Ja play, I'm gonna still go with the Thunder. I think SGA gonna have like 45. Rockets versus Jazz. I'm gonna go with the Rockets by a dub. Blazers versus Kings. I'm gonna go with the Kings by a dub. That's all the games we got tonight. So that nigga LeBron James went on the Pat McAfee show and was talking shit. He was talking about Stephen A. He was like, I know he's going to be happy that I'm talking about him and all this other shit. That nigga Stephen A. went on his show and was like, he was just going in on Bron. He said Bron is a motherfucking liar. He's shady as fuck. He two-faced. He was just going in. That nigga said it. If Bron would have put his hands on him, he would have swung on Bron. Like, he said all this shit. Like, this is crazy. And then LeBron went on, I think it was Instagram, and he posted a video of Stephen A. Training boxing, doing his little two-piece, and the nigga looked hella stiff. Like, I think Stephen A. will snuff Bron, though. I was just fucking with y'all. But the way that nigga was punching and that boxing training shit, that nigga Stephen A., he wicked. I don't think he can fight. But he was just going in. He was like, Bron not the GOAT and all this other shit. You know, it's crazy to see Stephen A. and LeBron going at it. Kind of wicked. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, yeah, Stephen A. claims, like, you know, Bron be lying. He's shady. He two-faced. If you really pay attention, and I'm a big LeBron fan, but if you really pay attention, it kind of makes sense, bro, because LeBron be talking to niggas and being cool with niggas and posting niggas, his own teammates, and then get them niggas traded. Like, I think it's a story that came out talking about he knew about the Luka and AD trade because he tried to get the Morris twin, his other twin brother, to come to the team. So he kind of knew, you know what I mean? But he acting like he didn't know. So it's not the first time he didn't know about teammates getting traded and he didn't traded teammates. You know what I mean? We all know LeBron to get niggas up out of there. So yeah, I can't really knock him for his claims and all like that. But shout out to Stephen A. Shout out to LeBron. Hope y'all niggas, you know, men and dap it up because Y'all got too much money to be fighting each other. But that's all we got for today. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all gonna see me gaming later. Peace.